Hey everybody, a Merry Christmas to you. This year, as my Christmas gift to you, I have an episode packed with tons of spoilers about the highly anticipated upcoming season of the smash hit DeVanity. You do not want to miss this episode. You're watching the spoiler alert. Justin St. Louis here for the spoiler alert, coming to you once again from the Easy Street Den in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Today is Christmas Eve, and so I wanted to wish all of you out there in Internet land a very Merry Christmas. And I thought, what better way to celebrate this special holiday than to gather all of you around to tell the heartwarming tale of a little family called DeVanity.
You lying bitch!
Okay, so maybe heartwarming isn't quite the word to describe DeVanity, but I'm sure most of you already know that, considering that it is one of the most wildly popular web soaps on the net today. For those of you who are new to the show, DeVanity is a throwback to the classic 1980s primetime soaps such as Dynasty and Dallas. It follows a wealthy family and lets us explore their trials and tribulations, their sexploitations, their crazy schemes, and of course, all that heartbreak, proving that, yes, sometimes the rich cry too. For those of you who haven't heard, DeVanity was just nominated for a staggering 9 awards for the Indie Soap Awards, including Best Drama of the Year. With its witty one-liners and crazy catfights, DeVanity is by far one of my #1 guilty pleasures. I hope it will become one of your guilty pleasures if it's not already. Season 3 premieres on January 10th. I can't wait. Check out the trailer.
I know this is hard to hear, but you need to start facing the reality that Jason might die.
You take one step near either one of my children and I will crush you like a bug.
I'd like to officially announce myself as the owner of DeVanity. What do you want?
Everything.
Yeah, so I'd like to welcome, for the second time this evening, Michael Caruso, Katie Caprio, and Alexis Zibolis to the show. Yeah, for the viewers who missed all the mayhem earlier, we had a fantastic interview, and at my own fault, I forgot to hit the broadcast button, so none of it was recorded. So
we had a lot of good private moments.
We shared something special.
We did.
Nice little test run. Okay, so season 3 of DeVanity is coming up. When's the premiere on this?
January 10th. So January 10th, all of the craziness returns to computer screens all over the world.
Did you guys all know each other before DeVanity started?
No.
It's funny. We just had the same pause like we did the first time you asked us this question. Like, I had to think about that all over again. Yes and no is the correct answer.
And tell the story.
I will tell the story. So Alexis was, look at that face. Look at this face. How do you not love that face? She was my first friend in LA. We were cast in a horror movie together. And we became instant...
In 2005.
In 2005. She's so good with the dates, people. It's creepy. It's really... She remembers all these dates.
Numbers. It's numbers.
If you ever need to sue anybody, Alexis is your girl to bring to the stand.
I'm Rain Man. I'm sorry.
So
we
did a horror movie. We did a horror movie together,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like instant friends, and we stayed friends. And then we were cast in another. It wasn't a horror movie. It was like a science fiction kind of
science
movie.
fiction / horror.
Yeah.
What were the names of these movies?
I beg your pardon?
What were the names?
The first one was Shadow Falls, which never made it to feature. The second one was called The Blackout, which was released on DVD.
And if anybody wants a copy,
2007.
I'd be happy to provide the DVD at minimal cost.
I'm gonna find it.
I would be happy to release the footage.
No, but
It's phenomenal. The show is phenomenal. Let's not downplay how great that.
No, it
was.
is. But we're here to talk about Divanity.
Absolutely, but
So, anyways, we've been friends ever since, and when I started casting Divanity, Lexi was the first person that I thought of, just because I've known her for so long, and obviously Jason and Lara had that history between them over a long period of time. So I wanted somebody that I had known, it's not obviously in a husband and wife kind of way, but somebody that I'd known for many, many years, and I think it really added to our characters on the show. And then this little nugget right here, she came on board because she is the real-life girlfriend of our original Byron from season 1, the wonderful Chris Park. Our first casting of Bianca, she did not really work out in the role. So I called Chris, and I had seen pictures of Katie before, and I was like, oh my God, she's beautiful, but can she act? And he was like, yes. So completely on a whim, she took over the part, and she just knocked it out of the park.
over the park. And over. And out.
You get the gist.
And now Alexis and I live together, which is a wonderful experience, and we have that all to thank to Divanity, the wonderful things that we have in life, and really all that stems from Michael and the wonderful show that he's created and bringing forward wonderful relationships and
just to think, the way that we met, our first day on set, she slapped me.
and you know, he always says that story, and I agree with that story.
Yes, I do.
Is that it was the
'Cause
slap
that's
that made
awesome.
us friends.
Yes.
Well,
No.
with season 3 coming up, one of our fans of the show, one of your super fans, Anna Contreras, had asked us about what we can expect. Anna was asking specifically
Anna and Jamie.
what we could expect from some of the relationships, like the relationships between Lara and Jason and Portia and Alex. Is there going to be more of the romance side developing on there? She also wanted to know, how many seasons you have planned for Divanity altogether, if there's an end game for this.
There is an end game. It's not. It's kind of a difficult question to ask because we kind of live season to season just for practicality reasons, for budget reasons. We rely on donations. We have a sponsor. We need a sponsor in the Divanity family.
Who's the sponsor? Give them a shout out.
Our sponsors, In for Shine. They're a phenomenal company. They make incredible hair products. We actually shot a brand new commercial for them that will be airing at the beginning of every single episode of the new season.
And they sponsor.
Plan right now is we will definitely do a 4th season of Divanity. Beyond that, it's too soon to tell.
Is it?
Yeah, it's too soon to tell.
Is it?
It is. It is. I think at the most 5 seasons is it. I think that anything beyond that is just. I think 5 seasons is a good, healthy number. If we ultimately choose to not do a 5th season, we will do a little mini series, like a wrap up of three episodes, just to tie up all the loose ends and to give it a proper send off. But really, in a very literal sense, right now it's just way too soon to tell. So as long as we're feeling that we're fulfilled creatively, we're still telling the stories that that I want to tell and whatnot, and that we're still logistically able to produce the show financially, then yes, we will continue for the time being. But as far as the relationships are concerned, to answer the second part of her question, I think it's safe to say that Lara and Jason have a very complicated relationship, and definitely in season 3 we explore. We see them at their most vulnerable and their most human that we've ever seen them, and as a result of that, I think that they're kind of getting to know each other in a different way than I think the audience has seen them before. We also see a lot of the hostility, which everybody loves about Jason and Lara. I think that they're two people that I think belong with each other in theory, but I think that I don't know if they end up together or not. I guess you're going to have to see how that all kind of plays out. I think that the relationships that are explored this year are the most layered and I think the most well-rounded of all of the seasons of Divanity, because I think that we didn't only play up the camp aspect. I think that with the writing this year, there was a nice balance between really nice moments between all of the characters and really seeing new sides to them and making the scenes a little bit longer so we could get to know who these people are. So we still have lots of outrageous moments. I just think that I didn't want to go into season 3 worried about topping season 2. I think it's just kind of an addendum. It's just the continuation of the story in a very literal sense. And so it's a nice infusion of a little bit of everything that I think the audience has been asking me for, and I tried to listen to the requests and, you know, give them what they wanted. Well,
you know, in the end, I mean, you've got the throwing people into pools and the bitch slapping and Portia has a penis and all this, but in the end, this really is a story about a family.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I think that the physicalities of Divanity are, you know, how many times have you been at Thanksgiving and you're sitting across from a relative and you're like, I would just love to bash her face in with this plate right now. I think that Divanity kind of, you know, takes that fantasy to the next level and kind of, you know, acts it out. Mm-hmm. But we still, like, you know, I love my cat fights and all that stuff like that. It's fun. It's what makes the show goofy and enjoyable.
What are you girls whispering about there?
I don't know. They always do this.
I'm sorry. I heard the word cat fight, and Lexi and I were just talking about this, and I'm not allowed to give spoilers away, but I'm sure you're looking for spoilers on the spoiler alert.
Of course.
And I can spoiler alert this without previously questioning Michael Caruso about it. But I'll tell the audience that without doubt, the best cat fight happens in season 3. Well, there's some phenomenal cat fights, but I think that this cat fight is just to die for.
She's going to stop talking now.
Why? I can't talk about cat fights? Like the audience doesn't know what's going to happen?
No, we will, yes.
What? Oh, gee. I see the...
I want to know who it involves. I want to know where it takes place.
I can't know that, but just know this, that it wouldn't be Michael Caruso's Divanity without some sort of cat fight or something being destroyed or somebody having their heart broken. And this
you think this tops the Christmas episode from last year?
It's different. It's different from the Christmas episode. It's different from the Christmas episode. Pull it together. It's different.
Well, while we're on the topic of spoilers, I want to go down the line and, you know, Alexis, starting with you. So tell us something about your character that we can expect this season.
I think you're
something that Michael doesn't want you to tell us.
Ooh.
He's not going to do that.
I won't do that. But Laura, you will definitely see a softer side of Laura this season. I mean, Laura is she's still a very strong character. But at the same time, she's more...
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I had to consult and ask. She's much more humble. She's...
I don't think humble's the right word. I think she's been traumatized.
No. I think Laura is traumatized, but she's been humbled. She has things that she has to take care of now because of a lot of the things that she's done that have happened because of her. Mm-hmm. And she has to fix them in order for her to be with Jason. She has to. So you'll see that love and that care for Jason that she has.
Cool. Katie, what about you?
Well... spoiler about Bianca. I would have to say that my personal spoiler would be that, like I said earlier, the audience is able to relate with every character and really feel that empathy for them. I think this is the season for Bianca where whether or not you liked her or not before, I think that you really relate with her because this is my personal favorite Bianca, and I hope that that exudes to the audience because that's really what I was striving for, and I think that they will really find that with what she brings to the family this season.
Okay. She's bringing more than Coke to the family.
She's bringing a little bit more than Coke.
So much more than that.
A little bit more than sleeping with her brothers.
Right.
You know? Bianca's grown up a lot this year.
Not necessarily an ex-husband.
I think Bianca really sees the error of her ways in a lot. I think she's acknowledging that she's done some things that she's paying the price for now, and I think she deeply regrets that. And I think that everybody is I think this is the season that I think that everybody notices the mistakes that they're making, and they're trying to fix them. I think that this is a season where the characters aren't as glib about the choices that they make, which is a kind of a change for this family.
Okay. How about Jason? What's in store for him?
Jason's not feeling very well right now. I guess you'll have to see the resolution from his shooting from last season. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we saw the trailer, and you know Jason is in bed, and I'm assuming very very dramatic music. I'm assuming he's not just taking a nap.
Jason is in a coma. I think that's pretty evident. Yeah, he's in a coma. He's obviously at some point in the season he will come out of the coma, but he's very, very sick as a result of everything that happened, and it's not something that just goes away. And I think that through line is carried through, I think, the first 5 episodes.
We get a visit from your father this season.
From my adopted father and my birth father. In the forms of Gordon Thompson and Maxwell Caulfield, who were just phenomenal guest stars. Absolutely loved them both. They were so incredible to work with, so generous, so nice. We've got my aunt is showing up. Charlene Tilton is stopping by for a visit, and I guess my sister, my half-sister, Julia Regis, played by Ariane Zucker, is showing up, and they've got some really, really fun stuff that they're going to get to do this year. I couldn't even pick a favorite. I loved all of our guest stars this season.
Michael, you were telling me earlier about a location shoot that you guys did.
We did. We shot a little something in France this year. I didn't. They didn't. But our wonderful, extraordinary DP Rod Portier and his lovely wife, who's also our director, Kelly. Rod is from France originally, and he had a family function to go to, and so I kind of was sketchy about it, and I was like, well, we're going to kind of write it into the season, and we're going to put you to work. So they do a little something in France that is wonderfully integrated. It's France. It's beautiful. I mean, you can't, you shoot a camera and point it in any direction, and you get something gorgeous. Beautiful. So it's just a little something. It's nice. It was free. It added a lot of production value, and it was just, I think it's, creating a web series, I think, is sometimes about trying to be clever and find unique ways to make your show look bigger than what you're capable of budget-wise. So it's...
Tell me about some of the projects that have come out of your work that you've done on DeVanity. I mean, you're getting tremendous exposure.
There's things that I've booked that I'm not privy to say. All I can say is the 2 things that I booked. One of them is a web series that will be announced in January. I'm a lead in a web series that I was cast from or afforded the audition and then booked because I was seen on DeVanity. And then I booked a major feature film with major actors, celebrities as the leads. That will be announced in the trades. I don't know when, but I can't even say who it is because then you can look up what movie it is.
Cool. We look forward to that. How about you, Katie?
Well, through the beauty of DeVanity and web series, I don't choose. Yes, your mouth.
I had nothing to do with this one. This is all the glory.
No, there's no glory. I'm going to be humble about this one and talk about the fabulous web series creators that are out there, like Julie Smith, who was very, very humble to invite me on to her series. Fumbling Through the Pieces. I just
amazing show. You got to watch Fumbling Through the Pieces.
Diane, Kelsey, both of them are phenomenal actors. They crossovered on our season finale of season 2. Yep. And I returned last week. It was a great little snippet. I had a great time. Their cast is phenomenal. Wonderful, hardworking group. And also because of this, I was able to meet Adrian, who is the creator of the Kavanaughs. So on that note, I was able to join, which was more than I was expecting at first, the cast of the Kavanaughs, which Michael actually crossovered for a phenomenal cliffhanger of their entire season with Ginger Snaps, one of their main characters and their plot lines.
Ginger's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ginger Snaps fan.
Yeah.
Not the cookie.
No.
The actress on because it's Noreen Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Or
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Ginger.
Yes.
Ginger is
I'm sorry, I
yes,
apologize,
amazing,
Ginger.
amazing. Loved working with her. She was amazing.
You had an audition yesterday. Will you spoil it for us?
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to say this.
I
but
know.
it's
We're
amazing.
just kind of like drum roll that is turning out.
I will tell the world that Katie Caprio has recently auditioned for the new CW version of Wonder Woman. She had the audition yesterday. This gorgeous little face, and we're all really proud of her and excited because I want her to play Wonder Woman so I can see her in those little short things.
But the great thing was, is slight of being 5'9" and bearing a slight resemblance to the original character, it was DeVanity that was able to bring that for me. So I have that to thank, and that's what's wonderful about web series and being able to get out on this platform and share our talents and our creative abilities. And, like Ragged Isle, meeting you and finding, Barry Dodd and all of that entire cast, these types of people are just phenomenal. And being able to share them across the board and have free range of what you want to do, in my eyes, is a phenomenal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very proud to be part of this world.
Well, I'm really glad. I'm proud to know you guys. I'm really thankful that you are turning out this work because DeVanity is really, in my opinion, one of the absolute must-watch shows on the web right now.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. Thank you, Justin.
And I'm just, I'm just
That's
one.
your name, right? Justin, right?
Yeah.
Let's cut all of this out before Michael railed on me.
At least finally you railing on her and not railing on me. In my daily life, you rail on me.
I'm sorry.
Because you're pathetic.
No, I'm not pathetic.
Who are you freaking kidding?
Are you kidding me?
You are a train wreck of a human
Oh
being.
my God! No,
Don't even
you're
get
such
me
a
started.
train wreck. Are you kidding
You
me?
are
You're the one that
an
calls me with all the
absolute
stressful
disaster.
things.
Whatever.
Well, I'd like to thank my guests for being on the show today.
You can catch all the episodes of DeVanity as well as the upcoming January 10th Season 3 premiere at www.divanity.com. Also, follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook. Next week is New Year's Eve, and so I thought a fun way to sort of wrap up the year would be to do a end of the year best moments of 2012 episode. So that's an episode you're not going to want to miss. Make sure you tune in, see if your favorite web series made the list. Let me know what your favorite moments were this year. Post on my Facebook page. You can also follow me on Twitter. And you can check out other episodes of The Spoiler Alert at my YouTube channel and also at entertainmentexperiment.com. That's going to do it for this episode. I'd like to thank my guests, Michael Caruso, Katie Caprio, and Alexis Zibolis, for joining me this evening. I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you, and until next time, I'll be watching the web for you.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Justin! Oh my God!